Welcome to the Canada Credit Card Expert channel. Today we are very excited to share with you information about bad credit or building your credit. Yes, we actually know that touches on that is actually a very important subject for a lot of people. So let's just tell you that in Canada Credit Card Expert channel, what we want to do is just to share information with you so you could actually get better deals out of your credit card. And today we would like to show you how to build your credit and even get some minor perks with some of these credit cards, even if you have a very bad credit. So a student, a new immigrant, or just someone who had a payment arrangement, bankruptcy, or any type of credit which is considered bad, this is actually your video today. So what is a bad credit? Well, let's go over it briefly. As a rule of thumb, the banks will approve you for a credit card if your credit score is somewhere between 620 and 650. However, if this is not the case, what they're going to do, they're going to normally reject the application. However, there are credit cards that actually enable you to actually get approved instantaneously, guaranteed that is, and we are talking about people who have bad credit, which is considered anything under 600. Even the under 600 bad credit could be subdivided into two groups. We are talking about the 400s and the 500s, which pretty much means if you are in the 500s range, you could get a slightly better deal with Capital One watch display, and we are going to show it with you a little bit later in the video. So let's start with just telling you how these credit cards actually work. Well, they work exactly the same way as other credit cards. They got 21 days grace period, and the grace period allow you to actually, what it allows you to do is to pay off your balance every month. You don't have to pay it off, but you do want to pay it off. Firstly, it will get your credit into a better shape, and secondly, you will not be subjected to a whopping interest rate, which would go anywhere from 14.8 to 19.9 percent a year. So you really don't want to get there. So again, 21 days to pay it off. And since these issuers, these banks will actually give you credit limit, although you're going to secure the credit limit with a secure deposit, every payment you make will actually be reported to TransUnion or Equifax, and then your credit will go up accordingly. Now, you'll be surprised how quickly you can get your credit back into shape. So today we're going to actually cover this subject by actually sharing with you these credit cards. The credit builder credit card, that is. Let's start. The Refresh Visa card. All you got to do is to get $12.95 annual fee a year and $3 a month. You will be guaranteed approval once you deposited a minimum deposit of $200. Whatever your deposit is, if you decided to deposit 400 or 4,000, for as long as we're talking about 200, the credit limit will be exactly the same as your deposit. Then you're going to transact with this credit card, and every time you transact and every time you pay, you will get reported to TransUnion and Equifax, which means you are paying your debts. The interest rate on the card is 17.99, and the greatest thing about the Refresh card is that it's the only card, at this category at least, that allows you to actually refer people to the program. Each person you actually refer to the program and got approved will lend you $100 in your bank account, which is nice. So again, the Refresh guaranteed approval, secured Visa card, total annual fee of $48.95, which again works $12.95 plus 3 a month, 17.99 interest rate, and a deposit of at least $200. Then we are on to Hometrust Visa. The Hometrust Visa is a very similar to the one we just discussed with the Refresh Visa. The only thing with Hometrust, the minimum deposit is $500. All the way up to 10,000, whatever you want to put in, you put in, and whatever you put in is your credit limit. The good thing about Hometrust, it does allow you to have a no fee, rather zero type of dollars credit card fee. And that means that if you decide to go with the no fee, which is one of the two versions of the very same card, you'll get an interest rate of 19.9%, which means you really want to pay off your balance every month. You pay just in full. and then you never have to delve into this interest rate. So pretty much what you spend is what you pay with no interest rate, and at the same time, you're building your credit. The other option, if you don't actually trust yourself 100% to do that, just pay Hometrust either $5 a month or $59 a year, and you'll be getting the 14.9% interest rate with the very, very same conditions on the cards. Again, 500 minimum all the way to 10,000. Now, these are guaranteed secure deposit. We are moving on to Capital One. Now, Capital One has very interesting type of credit cards. Let's call it even a line of credit cards. And we are going to touch firstly on the secured and guaranteed Mastercard, which operates exactly the same way as the one we discussed from Refresh and Hometrust. So this is a Mastercard rather than Visa, but other than that, it's all pretty much the same. It would cost $59 a year, interest rate of 19.8%, and you will be subjected to a deposit which would normally start at 300 and will go all the way up to 2,500, and that will be your limit. Now, you have other options. Now, these other options are normally applicable to people who have credit scores in the 500s. This is a whole type of different game. Although we are still talking about credit card building credit scores, we are talking about credit cards that are slightly better. And if you could go for these and if you get approved for these, it is definitely a better thing for you. However, if you are not getting approved for it and Capital One actually thinks that you are still approved for the guaranteed secured MasterCard, they'll let you know. So the guaranteed gold MasterCard, that is actually a great credit card for beginners or for credit builders, and it has two versions. Again, $59 a year, 19.8 interest rate, or $79, 14.8 interest rate. However, at the very same time, these credit cards are very likely to actually require some deposit as a security deposit, something just to make the bank sleep at night. But at the very same time, with these cards, the Gold MasterCard version of the credit builder, we are talking about getting potentially credit limit which is actually higher than the secure deposit. So again, you might be asked to actually get a secure deposit into this credit card, the gold version of the MasterCard, but then you are likely, to a certain extent, depending on your history. Definitely, if we're talking about people in the what we call the buffer zone range of the bad credit, which is 580 to 620, you are likely to actually get a credit limit which is higher than the secure deposit. And the credit limit actually might go all the way up to $7,000 on these cards, on the Gold MasterCard Guaranteed. So this is a great way to actually start your journey building your credit. Again, why not go for these if you could afford it, and that means you have a credit score which is reasonably okay within the bad credit category. One more thing about this line of credit card, the Gold MasterCard Guaranteed, because you have a slightly better credit score and because you might be even approved for a higher limit than your secure deposit, these credit cards are actually unique in this category of credit cards, in which you even get some insurances with the card. Yes, you are getting a small travel accident insurance up to 100,000. You even get a car rental, collision waiver, baggage delay, and more. So again, if you are into building your credit, you could definitely attempt these ones, unless your credit score is really horrendous, unless your credit score is really in the 300s or 400s. There is a chance with Capital One to get approved for the guaranteed Gold MasterCard credit builder credit cards. So we definitely hope that was very useful for you today. Definitely subscribe. You know where to do it. It's right at the bottom, and then you see the bell where you can get some more notifications from us. We will be with you with some more information about credit cards in Canada, sharing with you how to maximize your spending very, very shortly. Bye bye.